It's time to cull some horror. Horror shelf time. Let's see what we can bin today. Let's do it. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new Culling of the Collection video. And today we're going to be taking a look at the horror shelf. Yeah, the bottom shelf there, as you can see, that's all horror-esque titles. And we're going to go through and I'm going to see what I can cull out of that lot, what I can get rid of, what I don't want. I have taken a fair few bits to CEX and traded them in. In fact, the other day I did take, I got £108 in cash, and I got about £54 in voucher, depending on the worth of what it was I was getting rid of. If the worth of the item was considerably low, I opted for a voucher option because I will use it at some point. Inevitably, but it may be sometime down the line. Otherwise I opted for cash. So like I said, 108 quid came back to me. I was quite happy with that. It was all doubles, it was stuff that I didn't want, and do you know what I mean? And I've probably cleared out. I've got a fair few DVD Blu-rays left here which are hold no value, intrinsic value in CEX and things like that. But yeah, so I'll do with as I will with them. But anyway, so let's just get started, shall we? Let's delve into this shelf. So first up we have the Hostel box set from Eli Roth. Now I'm inclined to keep this. I don't mind this sort of gore porn stuff. You know, it's really difficult. I enjoy it. I quite like these films. Let's just put it that way. I'm not one who gets off on this sort of stuff, but you know, I don't know. Horror's funny, isn't it? I know that horror has a big following. I'm not as into horrors. Well, I'm not nowhere near into horror as what other people are. You know, most of my horror is more mainstream stuff. But yeah, so Hostel parts 1, 2, and 3 is a keeper to start with. So then we have here. What do we have here? Okay, we have Let Me In. So I'm going to let that go because I have a steelbook version that was gifted to me by Lee Hills. Forever thankful for that. It was a great film. I'd never seen the film until Lee sent me it and said, you know, watch this. And I picked this up. I didn't realise I'd picked this up in Poundland, obviously sometime before. But that's not a very intriguing cover poster. It doesn't like speak to me in any way whatsoever. You know, children, vampire, but wow, what a great film it was. Then I have I Spit on Your Grave. Now this is a bootleg version, and this was sent to me kindly, and I watched it and reviewed it. I believe I reviewed it, but I'd watched the other three, the remake versions, which I've got and which I quite enjoyed, but I never bought this myself. And I've kept the bootleg because I wouldn't buy the original of it. I don't think it's that good a film. I think the remake's better. Then we have the Chernobyl Diaries, which I've never got around to watching. There we go. Now those three films I had housed in this Blumhouse box. I just slipped them in. You know, reason being, well, I sold on the Blumhouse box set. I sold on this, what was within, but I kept the outer box because I thought, yeah, well, that's a really nice lenticular on there. Now it works really well, and I thought I'll just stick 3 more films into it and keep the box. Why not? I know, stupid, but you know, the thing is, when I took this stuff into CEX anyway, all right, they probably wouldn't have done it with that. They threw away all the slipcovers. They binned the slipcovers on all these films that I gave them. A lot of them did have slips, and they were taking the slips off and binning them. I could have said to them, I'll take the slips back, but I'm not going to get involved in that nonsense. It's just more crap for me to hold on to, or try and get rid of. So I let them bin them. I didn't really care at all. But there we go. But talking of nice slips, I have the triangle with Melissa George. That's got a nice lenticular on it, so I'll keep that one as well. Been some time since I last saw that. And then we have still sealed this is, and it is The Thing, the 2011 version. You know, the one starring Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and yeah, it was. It's not a bad film. It's not a bad, dreadful film. It's the same film as the original Thing, obviously. Well, you can't do much more with the concept in the snow than what you did with the first one, or with, you know, John Carpenter's remake in 1982. But this actually forms part of a special edition box set that I've got for The Thing. It's actually in there, so that's one that I can say goodbye to. Then we have Lesbian Vampire Killers, and this goes back to those late 2000s when Blu-ray first came about, and that's when it's one of my earliest Blu-rays probably, so I will keep that as well. It's got the slip on it. Okay, now I do have this film already somewhere, up here. I have it individually, but I also have it on a double pack with Ghosts of Mars. And I have lost. I know these are on a different shelf under V. Don't worry about that. Vampires Lost Muertos. So I'm going to keep. I will have 2 copies of Vampires. I like John Carpenter's Vampires. I think it's a wholly underrated movie, to be honest. All that stuff there to send away. Yeah, and obviously Ghosts of Mars is there. But the reason I got that is because it annoys me that I hate these. I don't like these double packs. And John Carpenter's Vampires, I thought was something I wanted on an individual disc. And I know there's a UK version of it, but it's just cheaper for me to get it that way. So yes, so that's a keeper. And then we have Van Helsing. I need to rewatch it. I don't think it stood up to the test of time. But Kate Beckinsale says to me, don't get rid of it. I'm Kate Beckinsale. And then we have Sleepaway Camp. Sleepaway Camp 3. I do have Sleepaway Camp 2 somewhere. I'm not sure where it is, but it's somewhere. So obviously that's a keeper. Oops, sorry, knocking the camera stand there. And moving on. Here we have, okay, the Lost Boys trilogy. Now, I've got to keep that for parts 2 and 3, which ain't great films. They're straight to video, straight DVD type fare of movie. But I do have the 4K special edition version of it. But because of the other 2 films, that's kept. That's a keeper. Train to Busan. A great film. Yeah, really good. There's an American remake of it coming. But I'll watch it. I'll watch it. And here we have. Okay, so Rob Zombie one's in there. The old DVD of the Rob Zombie Halloween. But this is Halloween, the original John Carpenter's classic film. And I'm going to say goodbye to this because I will never watch it again. I don't think this is a great film. I really don't like it. But, you know, not to take away what it's done for cinema, and it's the grandfather of slashers, that sort of a thing. But it just doesn't work for me. I think it's boring. I think it's... Yeah, I know it's a cheap film, I get that. But I think it's boring. Michael Myers, playing peekaboo behind bushes and crap like that. Just, I'm not sorry to see that one go. But then we have Halloween. This is still sealed, look. Still sealed. Halloween 2018. I actually enjoyed this film. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. But I have the Titans of Cult version of it that came out. So that one will be a goodbye. And I did get the other 2, Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, even though I really slated this film. I picked it up cheap. I will keep them, so I've got that trilogy. But do you know what I mean? It's just, yeah. I don't know why. But there we go. And then we have Saw 3D, the final chapter. Well, it's not the final chapter, is it? Now I know that has got a nice lenticular on it actually. But I don't think that's one I need to keep because I have it in the box set. I have the Saw 7 movie film box set or something, or whatever it is, before it goes into Jigsaw and Spiral. So I do have all the Saw films, but I picked that up cheap just because of the lenticular. It is a nice lenticular, but I'm gonna get rid of it. Yeah, I will say goodbye to that one. Okay, let's move. That's the stuff along the top, laid down flat. Now we're heading down into the other territory of the stuff below. What I will do though, I will put, I will slot Halloween, the Rob Zombie one, director's cut into Halloween Ends, so it's in there. Okay, so let's move on here. So first up we have the Child's Play box set. I didn't upgrade these to 4K, don't feel the need to. I watched them a couple of years ago in quick succession. It's going to be a few years till I watch them again, but I do enjoy the Chucky franchise, so a keeper. And then we have Living with Chucky, documentary about the franchise. Again, a keeper. Then we have the first two seasons of the TV series. I will get season 3 when it comes out, with lenticular box sets. I do have the steelbook inside because I bought both sets, combined, sold what I was left with. But yeah, like I said, I'm a fan of the Chucky franchise, so I'll have that. You hear me go, you know that I'm coming to films that I really shouldn't be keeping. Child's Play, the remake. Time to Play. Do you know what? I'm going to say goodbye to that. I like the franchise. I don't like, it doesn't need a remake. I like the original Child's Play franchise. That is going to go. But yes, you can hear there's 2 rattly discs inside. They're old versions of Bride and Seed of Chucky. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm not going to keep it because it's called Child's Play. It wasn't a good film. Most definitely a keeper, the Elm Street 7 film box set, and I got this really cheap in CEX. I think they priced it up wrong. They priced it up just as standard, like Elm Street release or something, and it's got booklet and art cards and that in there. So yeah, I like the Elm Street franchise as well. It's a franchise I grew up on. So let me put Child's Plays back. Yes, Elm Street's a keeper. And then we have here Freddy's Nightmares, the 2 seasons of the TV show in this box here. 44 episodes, I believe it is. So obviously that's a keeper. Then we have the documentary Never Sleep Again, the Elm Street documentary, which is great. And then from Germany I got Never Sleep Again 2, or I Am Nancy, another Elm Street documentary. So I've got both of them. Great stuff. Okay, moving on. Now we have the remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street. That's a lovely lenticular, and probably really shouldn't be keeping this, but there you go. I will keep it. Nothing else but that lenticular. But yeah, no, I will keep that. I will keep that. And then we have here, what do we have next? Okay, where are we? I'm getting muddled up now. Okay, we have Freddy vs. Jason. Okay, keeper, obviously. Now I like the Jason franchise. And even though I've got the box set, I am going to keep that as well. Oh, that's, I've ripped it. It's ripped there. This is the 8 movie collection. Then I have Final Friday there, whatever it's called. And then I have Jason X, which I adore. I think that's a great film. Stupid, fun, but I think it's really good. Then I have the remake, which isn't bad, but they humanised him too much. But I will keep them. Okie doke. moving on. Oh, I've got a franchise. A franchise of films. The Conjuring. Conjuring Keeper. I like the Conjuring franchise. I do. Conjuring 2. The Conjuring 3. The Devil Made Me Do It. As you can see, I waited for the price to drop on this one. Didn't need the 4K. The weakest of those 3. Looking forward to the 4th. And we have Annabelle. Annabelle Creation. Annabelle Comes Home. The Nun. The Nun 2. Again, one I didn't pick up on 4K. And I waited to. It was about £6 in CEX. And I picked that up. And The Curse of La Llorona. Now, the funny thing about the Conjuring franchise is I never buy them when they first come out. Any of them. I've always waited on that franchise to drop in price in sales or something like that for some reason. But I like them. Strange. So there we go. Okay, so moving on here, we have... Let's get this lot out. I'm grabbing them out in chunks. So we have Drag Me to Hell. Sam Raimi's Drag Me to Hell, which I will keep a hold of. Event Horizon. I have the 4K Steelbook upgrade thing that came out, so that's one to go. The Dyatlov Pass incident, which I quite enjoyed, so keeping that. Dracula Untold. I didn't mind that. I didn't mind it at all. I would like to have seen a continuation. It wasn't meant to be. And then we have here Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. So that's the steelbook from Arrow, and that is the American release of Elvira's Haunted Hills. They're keepers. Okay, okie dokie. Then we have Happy Death Day. I quite enjoyed that. Happy Death Day 2. I enjoyed that as well. Well, not as good as the first one, nowhere near, but it was alright. Then I have I Spit on Your Grave, which is that remake version of I Spit on Your Grave. And I do have, I think I have a double pack of 1 and 2 together somewhere. So I need to find that, and then this one will be, we'll say goodbye to this one. So I'll stick that to one side. I need to find that other one before I do that. Then we have The Mist. Now I will get rid of, I've got the old DVDs in there, look. I'll get rid of that. Reason being is because of Lee Hills again. I got the steelbook into the country. The Best Buy exclusive steelbook he got for me. So again, thank you there, Lee. Brilliant. And we have Mum and Dad, which I didn't mind. Nicolas Cage. Freak My Kids Out. Misery, classic. James Caan. Kathy Bates. Stephen King, obviously. And we come to another franchise. The Purge. The Purge Anarchy. And then we have the Purge Election Year. Purge. First Purge. A loose disc in there. Kicking around. Oh, it's the Purge TV series. Kicking around in there. And the Forever Purge 4K. I like the Purge franchise. Some are better than the others, but I like the concept of it. I think it's an intriguing concept for sure. So they're all going to be kept, obviously. And then we have 4K steelbook of the Toxic Avenger. Still sealed. Keep them. Toxic Avenger Part 2 there. Nice green box. Toxic Avenger Part 3. And Toxic Avenger 4. Need to clean the sticker off, but there we go. And then we have the only franchise film of this that I have. Although I have the DVDs of 1, 2 and 3 inside. and that is Scream 4. It's the only Scream film I've not actually watched. I don't like the new ones at all, and I think I've got the old ones there on DVD. I don't need to upgrade them to Blu-ray or to 4K. I think it's an outdated franchise now. I think it's its time's been and gone. You know, yeah. I need to watch 4. I should watch 4 at some point. Really, I should, and then make a decision on it. It's the only one I've not seen, and it'll be interesting to see how it's handled in comparison to the newer ones today, which I said I don't particularly like at all. But yes, so there we go. So we're done. That's the end of this shelf. So let me just put that Blumhouse box with the other stuff in back in there. I'm gonna fit that in the end. Oh dear. Oh dear. And I can get one more in there onto that shelf. So we shall do that. So these ones here, the keeper ones, I shall put back along the top. Train to Busan there, Van Helsing, Lost Boys and Sleepaway Camp. So that's that done. And some spare loose discs. Now, let's have a look at what I got rid of, shall we? Let me just reach over, because they're out of reach. I'm doing my best here. I'm doing my best. Okay, so let's take a look. So, we had Event Horizon, okay? Because I upgraded. Saw with Lenticular, because I've got Saw films in like a thin 7 films in there or whatever it is with the others thereafter. The Mist, upgraded to 4K Steelbook. Halloween, I do have the other version of it, the Titans of Cult. The original Halloween, just a film not for me, seriously. Say goodbye to that. 2011's Thing remake, prequel, whatever you want to call it. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. It forms part of a Thing special edition box set that I've got. Child's Play. Fan of the franchise. Get rid of that one. Then we have Let Me In. Let Me In. Because I got a lovely steelbook gifted to me by Lee Hills. Thank you, Lee. Anyway, so that's it. That's me done for another... Is this the last episode? I don't know. It could be the last episode, but... no, I want to do some Marvel stuff. I want to get rid of some Marvel stuff. See how much. Only if they work up. Yeah, if they have the value to get rid of them. But anyway, so I've put that to one side to find the others. But like I said, I think I've got 1 and 2 in a double pack. Individual, singular, double. I'll put that there for now because that will probably go as well. Anyway, that's me done. Let me know in the comments your thoughts, and I'll see you on the next one. Is there a next one? I may see you on another one. I may not. I don't know. Anyway. No, I think I'll do one more. I'm off. See you later.